Hello everyone. I know it's been a while. Yeah, just a lot of life stuff's been happening, but I know my video isn't gonna be all that great, if you want to say. I know that at least it may help somebody how to do one of these numbers, the gauges. Now, what I'm doing not today, but I'll do it tomorrow, finishing it up tomorrow. But because I had a couple, I think 3 or 4 friends over, and we were just chilling and working on a BRZ and stuff like that, and did spark plugs, replaced the front LED strip and oxygen sensors. No big deal, but right now I'm doing gauges for oil temperature, water temperature, and voltage. Now this here is just going to be temporary. I got the gauge pods from gaugepods.com. I believe from back then they were used to call like low tech pods, but I guess they changed the name. But none of this won't be here. You're gonna have to like cut a hole and stuff, and then it'll mock up to the factory bezel and stuff like that. So none of these holes ain't gonna really matter to me. But yeah, there's the wiring. Definitely gonna finish that up tomorrow. So, but here's my Mazda. Has been two years already in the making. Still a lot to go. I would like to restore this whole body. Luckily, I saved it. I know there's the typical rocker rust. It's rotted back there. I would like to drop, the subframes and stuff like that, and get them blasted. Do the whole underbody, get all that done. Do body work and stuff like that. The paint did not look like this at all, but it was really oxidized. It sat for a year. There's water leaking into the trunk and then into the where the fuel pump is at, the access port. So, but I already sprayed that just temporarily so the rust can stop. Put those rotors a friend of mine gave me and racing pads, whatnot. Cold air intake was already there. I did the silicone hoses. I moved the battery to the back. Ran these 1/0 gauge cables, especially for the battery, or 8 gauge. Then made the ground cable from the body to the block, stuff like that. Redid the electric steering wiring, so you'll see that it comes out of here all differently. And this is the fuse for the electronic power steering and stuff like. Yeah, I gotta stop saying that. Yeah, Sonon adapter, original cat. Just put a catch can on it. But I got this off of eBay. Wasn't too bad. They are a tight fit, but I guess a tight fit would be the better option. That way they stay tight, and over time the heat will it will mold to whatever the sizes are, because you see that there's a step up right there, but it molds to it once it starts heat cycling. But yeah, I got this car pretty cheap, and I bought it not running. This engine I got out of the junkyard, and to my surprising miracle, it is a remanufactured engine and runs over 90 psi's in compression on all faces, front and rear. So it's a lot of TLC, but I'm not in a rush. I made my oil lines, so this is where I put the oil pressure switch. And the reason for that, I know there's adapters for oil filter relocation kits and stuff like that, which I am going to relocate the oil filter and probably put it right here. And I know they got sandwich adapters with the little ports and stuff like that, but the reason being, I couldn't put the switch where the oil pump, there's a port under here that comes out, so oil comes out here first, so I couldn't put it there, of course, because of just too much stuff in the way. But ideally you want where your oil comes out in the beginning, because just in case, if for whatever reason oil runs out, you want to know as soon as you can, because if you had your oil pressure switch near where the filter is at, more than likely it's going to be too late, because one of the rotors or the bearings are the last things to get oiled up. So you want to know as soon as possible when your oil pressure drops. But yeah, my whole big plan, turbo the car, it'll be great. I do need to replace the alternator. I was going to get the bearings, but I don't know. I just rather replace the whole thing and not deal with breaking that apart. It's not, I mean, I would do it, but it's one of those things I don't want to do it. But yeah, when I got this engine, it was a surprise. It was a surprise to me where a lot of the RX-8 that was there, it wasn't even crashed at all. And it was just crazy how it ended up there. This thing came with a lot of leaks, and the two solenoids in the back I replaced. Then I had to replace the crush washers for the oil injectors. They were leaking. And then I had to replace the front crank seal. Did that. Put the AC on. Runs phenomenal. As you can see, I don't have the air pump anymore. It's all garbage. I don't have any cats. I have not straight pipe, but it doesn't have any cats, and it has a muffler. Forget what it was called, but I know it's a $1,200 muffler, so it's crazy. So, oh yeah, and I am running. These are Racing Beat coil lowering springs. I forget what the shock is called, but they're not the KYBs. They're something else, but I just can't think of the name right now. But yeah, there she is. I know I'm gonna have to do some. I think this would be my first job, is to sand this down and then redo it as my first attempt in body work. You know, you gotta always start somewhere. Here's my other engine. I was doing this color for the theme of that. I am gonna get this car wrapped, and yeah, I did that, but freaking did that. Yeah, so a lot of plans, a lot of work to do. So, oh yeah, I even tinted the window. I mean, I'm not that great at tinting, but pre-cut tint, you can't really go wrong. It's cheap. You know, you get to learn to do stuff on your own as you go on, because, you know, tinting is also expensive. But if I ever have the money, I'll go get it tinted professionally. Let's see, there's fingers that are coming up. I mean, if you put some heat to it, I didn't even try to push it down, but I can push it down. These tints are very flexible when it comes to putting it on, and it requires a little bit of shrinking, but I'm learning as I go. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Channel's gonna mainly focus on the RX-8 instead of the Corolla. This is actually worth doing something to. But anyways, I'll catch y'all later. I did promise a couple people that I was gonna put out a video, and here I am, putting out a video. Alright guys, see ya.